Our next guest is a former member of the Army's elite Delta Force. He's hunted down some of America's most dangerous enemies with the help of drones. Brett Velicovich, who are joining us this morning. First question. This is an attack on a soft target. I think you have to call it that. Is this the new normal?
You know, unfortunately, Stuart, I think it is, and I just personally cannot stand to see America bleed like this. I spent a lot of time at war. I've been in Iraq and Afghanistan, and now we're seeing that we are at war with ourselves back home. And unfortunately, I think what we're seeing is really a change in how America is going to have to look at these future concert events and other big areas like this where the opportunity exists for folks to get hurt. And the president really said it best in his speech and when he called for unity. I think that how can we be the United States if we're no longer unified? And the problem is right now we've got so much hate out there and so much violence that it's really destroying our country internally. And when I see this, and I woke up this morning to see these attacks on our home front, I just, it was very difficult to deal with because it reminded me of a war zone. And I worry about us getting desensitized to it.
Well, indeed, if it becomes the new normal, we are indeed desensitized to these frequent outrages. But I want to ask you about gun control. Hillary Clinton and Democrat Senator Blumenthal from Connecticut have both issued statements this morning calling for gun control. Now, in my opinion, that politicizes this outrage. I don't think you should do that within hours of the outrage occurring. What say you?
No, you're exactly right. And this whole broken record of the gun control debate, I mean, what action is actually going to be taken from that? I haven't seen anything that's happened. Look at Sandy Hook. No action was taken. Look at Orlando. No action was taken. There's been over 100 laws that have been put to legislatures over the last 6 years, none of which have resulted in further gun control. And so I just don't believe that our focus should be on that right now, especially when Americans are hurting. But at the same time, I don't think it's guns in the end at all. It's the people behind them, and it's the hate that they have in their heart, the hate that they've developed over the last few years just based on things that we're seeing in the media.
How do you keep guns out of the hands of people like this man who did this, Stephen Paddock? How do you do that? If you don't know in advance that there's something wrong with the man's brain...
You can't, Stuart.
You can't, can you? You just can't do it.
No, absolutely. And if it's not guns, it's a knife. If it's not knives, it's vehicles. People that want to conduct attacks, they're going to figure out a way to do it regardless of whether or not they have access to guns. Now,
but Brett, that is the outrage here, isn't it? That's the frustration and the outrage. You're frustrated because you really can't stop this kind of thing from happening again. You are outraged that this is happening in our America.
You're absolutely right. I worry so much that we are going to become desensitized to further attacks like this. It was over 50 killed this time, and the next time it could be less, and people aren't going to keep talking about it. The way the news cycle goes nowadays, we'll see 2 weeks from now people start to forget about this, and I worry so much about that as our country is trying to heal and trying to understand what we can actually do about this. And I really just hope that our leaders take action, and they try and use this as a mechanism to unite the country and not divide it. And when I looked at a lot of the videos, I saw a lot of first responders helping out. I saw a ton of people that were actually coming together to do everything they could to save lives, and it was just a wonderful thing to be a part of. And that's what we need as a country. We need to be united.
Brett Velicovich, we appreciate you being with us, sir. Much obliged to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.